Nobody told you that silence has a sound. You only find out when everything goes quiet and your own mind gets too loud to ignore. That's the moment, right there. When the day is done, the phone is face down, the room is dark, and something inside you just starts. You don't invite it, you don't want it, but it comes anyway. Here's what nobody explains to you. Like it was waiting all day for everyone else to leave, and it's now just you and it. Your brain is not designed for peace. It was never built to reset easy. Thousands of years ago, the brain that survived was the one that never fully stopped scanning. The one that heard a sound in the dark and assumed the worst. The one that stayed alert even when the fire burned low and the tribe went to sleep. That brain is still inside you. And at night, when the stimulation drops, when the noise disappears, it does exactly what it was built to do. It starts looking for threats. Not lions, not predators, something worse. Because at least a lion is real. Your brain starts manufacturing them. Think about what happens to you between sunrise and midnight. From the moment you wake up, your brain is flooded. Notifications, conversations, deadlines, faces, music, scrolling. The whole world pouring into you constantly. You're stimulated almost every second of your waking life. And stimulation does something important. It keeps the emotional brain busy. It keeps it distracted. Distraction is not the same as healing. Distraction is just postponing. So when the night comes and the flood stops, your emotional brain finally gets the flow. And it has been waiting. All those things you didn't fully feel during the day, all those moments you processed too fast, all those words someone said that you just nodded and moved past, they are all still there, unprocessed, unfinished. Night is when your brain finally tries to finish them. There's something that happens chemically too. Dopamine, the thing your brain releases when you get a like, a reply, a new video, a little hit of something exciting that has been dropping all evening. And when dopamine drops, the emotional weight of everything goes up. Things that felt manageable at noon start feeling enormous at midnight. The same memory, the same fear, the same regret. Different hour, different weight. That argument you had 3 weeks ago, at 2 p.m. it's background noise. At 1 a.m. it's evidence that something is fundamentally wrong with you. The thought hasn't changed. Your brain chemistry has. And then there is what silence does to you specifically. During the day, your identity is constantly being reflected back to you. People respond to you. You exist in relation to other people. But at night, alone in the dark, that reflection disappears. And something strange happens in its absence. You start questioning who you actually are when nobody is watching. You start measuring yourself against some version of your life that doesn't exist yet. Or worse, against a version that already passed. This is where the fake problems are born. Your brain starts building scenarios. What if this happens? What if that person meant something else? What if I'm falling behind? What if I make the wrong choice? What if I already made the wrong choice and I just don't know about it? None of them are happening right now, but your brain is treating them like emergencies because your brain cannot tell the difference between a thought and a reality. When you imagine something vividly enough, your nervous system responds as if it's actually occurring. So you're lying in bed completely still, and internally your body is responding to catastrophes that exist nowhere except in your own head. Loneliness sharpens all of this. Not just the loneliness of being physically alone, the other kind. The loneliness of feeling like what's happening inside you would be impossible to explain to anyone else. Like you would start talking and the other person wouldn't quite get it. So you don't talk. You just sit with it. And the thought gets heavier the longer it sits. The darkness isn't helping. There is research showing that low light environments literally change how the brain interprets emotional information. Images, memories, faces. They read as more threatening in dim light. The same photograph looks different at noon than at midnight. Your brain is not being irrational. It is responding to real environmental signals. It's just that those signals evolved for a world that no longer exists. Awareness is the last piece, and it's maybe the cruelest one. When you're mentally exhausted, the part of your brain responsible for rational thinking, the prefrontal cortex, the part that can say, wait, this isn't as serious as it feels, that part goes quiet first. What's left is the emotional brain, running the show, unfiltered, no editor, no reality check. This is why you can talk to yourself down from something at 10 a.m. and completely fall apart from the same thought at midnight. You're not actually weaker, you're depleted. Your cognitive defenses are down and everything gets through. The phone makes it so much worse. You already know this somewhere. But here's the specific reason why. When you're in that late night vulnerable state and you reach for your phone, you're feeding a brain that is already running on pure emotion. You're not scrolling to relax, you're scrolling to escape a feeling. And for a few seconds it works. Then the feeling comes back slightly bigger than before because you just confirmed to your brain that the feeling was too much to sit with. So you scroll again and again, each time training yourself to run from your own inner life, each time making the nighttime thoughts a little harder to face the next night. The ceiling stare, you know it. That specific feeling of lying there, eyes open, while your brain replays something you cannot change or rehearses something that may never happen. You're not thinking your way toward a solution. You're thinking in circles, because the brain at night is not problem solving. It is pattern seeking. It is looking for the shape of the threat so it can feel prepared. But these aren't real threats, and you can't prepare for something that doesn't exist. So the circle keeps going, and the night keeps getting older, and you keep getting more tired, and your thoughts keep getting louder. Nobody teaches you this. Nobody sits you down and says, hey, there will be nights where your own mind feels like it's working against you, and that's not a sign that something is broken. It's a sign that you're human, that you're carrying something, that your brain is trying in the most exhausting possible way to protect you. It's doing its job wrong, but it's trying. The hardest thing isn't the thoughts themselves. It's the moment you realize you've been fighting yourself for hours and you're the only one who ever could have put down the fight. The night doesn't have answers. It only has questions you were too busy to ask during the day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again.